How to avoid gaining weight over the holidays. You may want to grab a pen and a paper. I'm going to share with you a couple key things on how to avoid gaining weight over the holidays. One thing is have a clear, specific goal. Know exactly what it is you want to achieve. If you could wave a realistic magic wand and you could have your body, your health, your energy, any kind of way you wanted it to be, what would that be like for you? Be clear and specific. Know exactly what it is you want to achieve. And then you're going to back it up with what I call the 5 fundamentals of fitness. Please write it down because it is important to you actually to back it up with activity. Have the goal, but we must back it up with activity. But only around 5 different areas, not 50 different areas, only 5 different areas to consider. So if you want to take notes, number 1 is training. Number 2 is nutrition. Number 3 is recovery. Number 4 is supplementation. Number 5 is mindset. I'm going to share with you just a couple key things on that. This is the same type of material that I train myself on and my clients and my weight loss clients. I have personal training clients and I have over the phone Zoom weight loss clients. So speaking of that, if you do yourself or know of anyone that has a BMI over 25 and really wants to get help, please consider reaching out to me. My information will be on the side of the video, or visit fit.fitness, just like it sounds, fit.fitness. So when it comes to training, consider having a blend of some type of something that's going to stimulate your muscles and then something that's going to stimulate the fat burning, like cardiovascular. We want to have both of them going. So imagine for a moment, say if we have a twin engine airplane, and say if we only have one engine working on the airplane, how far is it going to get? Only part of the way, right? So we want to have both engines going on the airplane. We want to have some strength training and some cardiovascular training. Now, when it comes to the nutrition, number 2, imagine for a moment we're trying to build a 2-story house from scratch. Now imagine if we only have half of the materials necessary to build the house, how far are we going to get? Probably about halfway, right? So the foods that you and I eat on a daily basis are like the supplies that goes towards building our bodies, just like the supplies that's going towards building a house. Now what I do recommend for nutrition, I consider watching 2 documentaries so you can see where I'm coming from on nutrition, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. The 2 documentaries, the top 2 I recommend right now to watch for your health is The Game Changers, THE, Game Changers, and then the next one is Forks Over Knives. 2 documentaries, The Game Changers and Forks Over Knives. You should be able to find both of them on YouTube somewhere. I've watched them on YouTube both, and then also they're on Netflix. So, but just in general, think for a moment. Imagine if for a minute that we want to have a fire going all day long in this fireplace. Imagine we have a fireplace. We want to have a fire going all along in the fireplace. On one hand, we have a stack of oak wood. On the other hand, we have a stack of paper. And not including, kindling, getting the fire started, but if you had to choose between the oak wood or the paper to burn in your fireplace, which one would you pick and why? Probably the oak wood, right? Because it's denser, it's firmer, it's going to burn longer. So I recommend, just in general, 50% of your daily intake to come from fruits and vegetables. They're going to burn like that solid oak wood. And then 25% from whole grains and 25% from proteins like legumes, lentils, nuts, and seeds, plant-based protein powders. And I have a list of other sources. Anybody wants a free list of my nutritional recommendations, just message me. I'm happy to send them to you by text or whatever platform this is on. I'll inbox you my recommendations for nutrition. I'm happy to share. And that's it for nutrition, okay, in a nutshell. So training, nutrition. Number 3, recovery. I've trained over the last few years. I had the honor to be able to train 3 different neurologists, one a neuroradiologist, and they all recommend from their studies that 7.5 to 9 hours sleep a night is what's recommended for our health. So we'll let you go on that. And then number 4 is supplementation. They're basically, I break down supplements into 2 basic categories. nutritional supplements and enhancement performance supplements. A nutritional supplement is like a plant-based protein powder, a shake. A enhancement performance supplement could be like creatine or energizing supplements to get your energy up. Okay, that's enhancement performance supplements. So just to know the difference is what I want you to consider thinking about and being aware of the difference. And then the last but not least is the mindset. So we have training, nutrition, recovery, supplementation, and mindset. Mindset. One thing I encourage you to do, write out your goal. Be very clear and specific. And if you want some help with that, that's how my coaching works. The first thing we do is we do a deep dive into your goal setting session. If you're going to do it on your own, just write it out. Like for example, I do mine still. I'm still doing my goals, still working on them very hard. I'm about 180 pounds, 6 or 7% body fat. My goal is to be 190 pounds, 6 or 7% body fat. So I say my goals like this: I am happy and grateful now, but in the present tense. This is what I want you to do. Write this down if you want taking notes. I am happy and grateful now that I am, and then you state your goal. I am happy and grateful now that I am, and then state your goal. I say 190 pounds, thick brown hair, 20/20 vision, perfect teeth, supple skin, feeling strong and healthy like a supple leopard. See how that visualization, and I think of how a supple leopard feels, and that's how I want to feel. So that's part of my visualization. So does that make sense? When it comes to your goal, it comes to your mindset, consider writing it out in the present tense. I am happy and grateful now that I am, and you state your goal. And that's basically it. And then last thing I want you to consider when it comes to a plant-based diet, consider that the benefits your health, benefits the environment, and it benefits animals because it doesn't violate animal rights. So that's something to consider. Those three things, you can do them for one or all three, but some people I found do it for their health, some people do it for the environment, some people are passionate for the animals, some people are all three. So it just kind of depends on wherever you're at. But just something to consider how that's important. And don't forget to watch the documentaries, The Game Changers, Forks Over Knives. And then if you have a BMI over 25, reach out to me, connect. I want to talk to you. Let's get on the phone or a Zoom, and let's do our initial consultation where we do a deep dive into your goals. All right, see you on the next lesson. How do I not gain weight over the holidays?